Welcome back to Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. A packed house of fans were on hand Saturday night at Toccoa Speedway in Toccoa, Georgia for the opening night of the legendary speedway with sprint cars and dirt late models in action. Toccoa Speedway started off the night by working to raise money for Autism Speaks, raising $750 for the cause. They also took a moment to give several autistic children a special ride around the track, with Kenny Collins making the 58th season opener for the famed 5/16 track that much special. The USCS 360 Sprint Car started with a four-wide salute to the fans and quickly got down to business. Lance Moss jumped out to the early lead, with Eric Riggins Jr. in second and Robbie Stillwagon in third. Riggins Jr. moved his way into the lead, with Stillwagon giving chase in second and Derek Hagar in third. Over the next several laps, Stillwagon would close on Riggins Jr. and would begin looking for a way around the leader. Stillwagon finally moved to the top spot with a pass on the backstretch, with Hagar trailing in third. The caution flew on lap 20 when four cars tangled in turn 2. Hagar, Bob Auld, and Jay Dunham were among those involved. Back under green, Moss was working his way back into contention as he battled Riggins for second. Moss gets the position, but Riggins slides back around him one lap later. Meanwhile, up front, Stillwagon moves away for the win. Riggins Jr. finishes second, with Moss in third, Morgan Turpin in fourth, and Terry Gray in fifth. Let's hear from the winner.
You know, the crew, Ryan had the car hooked up great. The crew, you know, they couldn't have done a better job. We were a little rough in the heat race, and they hooked it up, and I could take it anywhere on the track tonight. A lot of good cars here tonight, and USCS always has some tough cars. We got it hooked up. We could run the bottom, the top. We could pass anybody. It was just fast tonight.
In USCS 600 mini sprints action, Winder, Georgia's Mike Magic jumped out to the early lead, with Atlanta's Matt McCullough moving to second and Kobe Adams in third. First caution of the feature occurred on the first lap when Tyler Price, Sean Fitzgerald, and Shane Nelson tangled in turns 3 and 4. Back under green, McCullough would power his way around Magic into the top spot. The scariest moment of the night occurred on lap 8 and started with Sean Hosey, who slowed on the backstretch, dropping fluid as he went. When McCullough hit the oil, he slid high into the turn, with Magic and Tyler Price becoming involved. Both took hard rides, as you can see. Both cars got airborne. Magic was shaken up in the crash but was uninjured, as were the other drivers. The crash led to a red flag condition to allow for track cleanup. Back under green, Adams moves to the lead and would go on to score the victory. Bobby Zions came home in second, with Bob Trapino in third, Sean Nelson in fourth, and Cassie Klink in fifth. In other action, chaos broke out on the drop of the green flag in the modified street feature, as several cars tangled at the start-finish line, including Joe McClure, Steve Sellers, and Billy Buffington. After a red flag to clean up the scene, Clayton Calloway moves to the lead, with Darrell Ivester in second. Calloway would wash up the track in turn 4, opening the door for Ivester to move to the lead. Final lap now. Crandall Turner can get as far as Ivester's door, but he can get no farther as Ivester scores the win. Calloway finishes in third, with Buffington in fourth and Terry Calhoun in fifth. In the hobby stock feature, a waved-off start still saw action on the track, as Brad Russell and Daniel Fowler tangled on the front stretch. Several cars were gathered up, including Gerald Stanley. Russell and Fowler would have words on the front stretch, along with members of their crews, track officials, and some of Toccoa's finest. The red flag comes out to allow track officials to clean up the mess, but eventually everybody calms down. Philip Wilson streaks to the victory, with Nick Sellers in second, Hamilton in third, Guerin in fourth, and Randy Dillard, who spun out of third in the final lap, is coming home in fifth. In Stock 4 action, Kenny Dobbs would lead flag to flag to score the win in a feature that went caution-free. Justin Lord finished in second, with Brandon Stroud, Bobby Boshiers, and Casey Riley rounding out your top 5. David McCoy jumped out to the early lead in the Fast Track Late Model feature, with Hot Rod Lamance in second and Clay Knight in third. A 3-car tangle in turn 2 brought out the caution on lap 2, as Knight, Drew Benefield, and Lance Finn went around. McCoy would go on to score the win, with Lamance in second, Knight in third, Finn in fourth, and Benefield in fifth. McCoy would double up with a win in the Southeastern Late Model Sportsman feature, with Ethan Hunter in second, Kenny Collins in third, Randy Dillard in fourth, and Chris McKeon in fifth. George Reese Sr. would go on to score the win in the 602 Sportsman feature, with John Howard in second, Nick Sellers in third, Cameron Collette in fourth, and Alex Yarborough in fifth. Jackie Holden won in front-wheel drives, with Robbie Cook in second and Rob Perez in third. In other action, down to Dixie Speedway in Woodstock, Georgia now, where the legendary dirt track opened its 45th season Saturday night. Tony Knowles moved into the lead in the second lap of the Super Late Model feature, then worked to hold off Luther Jenkins to score the victory. Jenkins finished in second with Frank Ingram, Jake Knowles, and Donald McIntosh rounding out the top five. Other winners on the night included Mike McConnell in Limited Late Models, Michael Page in Crate Late Models, Roy Patterson in Super Bombers, Shane Smith in Econo Bombers, Jeremy Millsaps in Pony Stocks, and Jimmy Wilson in Cruisers. There just seems to be no stopping Anthony Anders. Anders won his fourth straight late model victory at Greenville Pickens Speedway in Easley, South Carolina on Saturday. He charged from a fourth-place starting spot and led to the lead in 10 laps, then moved away for the win. Marty Ward crossed the line in second with Justin Sorrow in third, Will Ragsdale in fourth, and Joey Collins in fifth. Other winners on the night included Bobby Emery in Renegades, Mike Moat in Chargers, Bob Root in Trucks, Dylan Crow in Street Stocks, and Ray Mullinax in Four Cylinders. Up to Lavonia Speedway in Lavonia, Georgia now, where Mason Tucker suffered a broken clutch cable during the beginner 4 heat races, but came back from the back of the pack in the feature to score the victory Friday night. Whitney Sanders finished second with Adam Partain third, Cameron Crow in fourth, and Daniel Reynolds in fifth. Other winners included Gus Simpson in Limited Late Models, Hot Rod LeMance in Fast Track Late Models, Clifton Snow in Modified Street, Michael Seegers in Stock V8, J.J. Garrett in Stock 4 Cylinders, and Jackie Holden in Up Fronts. Up to Kingsport Speedway in Kingsport, Tennessee now, where Zeke Shell made his way into the lead on lap 37, then drove away to score the late model feature victory Friday night. Paul Negrati Jr. finished in second with Ryan Stillner in third, Cress Van Dyke in fourth, and Lee Tissett in fifth. Other winners included John Harrell in Street Stocks, John Catroin in Pure 4, Brandon Sutherland in Rookie Pure 4, and Derek Lane in Legends. Time for us to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll talk with Mike Bell about the USCS Sprint Car events at Toccoa Speedway. You're watching Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. We'll be right back.